everyone. So this is really exciting. This is the first video that I've done on my own, full length, ready for you. So it's really great to be able to connect with my lovely subscribers in a new way. And I'll be telling you about this at the end, but I'm going to be sending out a questionnaire next month to find out what it is that you'd like me to talk about, how I can add value in your life. We're going to kind of be doing something a little bit different every month. So there'll still be the usual blogs, there now might be videos, depending on how this experience goes, I've got to say. I'm going to do some bundles with worksheets, so it'll be your opportunity to tell me how I can best serve you. So that's exciting. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, it's so exciting. So today I'm going to talk to you about a subject I feel really passionate about. So let's talk receiving. We might believe that we want something. We might even go as far as telling other people that we want something. We might even go a stage further and say, okay, I'm taking action towards that which I want in whatever capacity, it doesn't matter. But the key thing here is that if we do not become a reciprocal to receive, for things to come into our lives and into our heart and into our mind, we don't ever get what we want. And then this confirms our old belief systems. I knew I wasn't lovable. Only 1% of the world make money. There aren't any opportunities. Stop asking me to go after my dreams. The governments, they're ruining our lives. That'll be it. Lots of that at the moment, isn't it? And then the thing is, those beliefs, we start acting as though they're true. And then unfortunately, and this is the really sad bit, this is why we keep doing this pattern, these patterns in our lives, is that it becomes true, it becomes our reality, because we believe it, we behave as though it's true. Examples of this that will turn up in our lives. We stay with someone that we think is just okay, because it's better than being on our own. Massive injustice to both. We quit just at that point where we might be successful. We're accidentally late for that interview that could propel us in the directions that we wanted to go. We might want to ask for help, but actually we don't let anyone support us or ask for help. And then say to ourselves silently, I knew the world was an unkind place. We might, or that's another good one, that actually we might be trusting of people that deep down we know will let us down and that are unreliable. Know that one? I think we've all done that at some point. And then blame them because it's their fault, right? We might also have the ability to bring in wealth, so through jobs, through projects, through businesses, and then spend it all and more. So we still go back to that, oh, I'm empty, this is a struggle. I'll get rid of it. I'll bring all that lovely goodness in and I'll get rid of it. So they're really examples that we might see physically in our lives when we can't receive. One of the reasons that I feel so passionate about receiving is that it's taken me, and I'm still learning, a long time to be okay with being vulnerable enough to ask for help, or to believe I was worthy enough to receive. But once I did, my whole life has been transformed in a way that I couldn't possibly have known that it would be. And I think why receiving it can be so difficult is that, for me anyway, I didn't want people to think I was needy. I didn't want to be too dependent on people. That really scared me. Because in my logic at the time, after losing a lot of people that I've loved in my life, I felt that I can do this on my own. I'm good at being independent. I wasn't, but that's what I believed at the time. And then that's scary, isn't it? Because if I'm dependent, it suddenly matters if they're there or not. And I think the other thing, which is a big thing for a lot of people, if not most people, is, am I worth it? Am I worthy of the things that I'm asking for? Am I worthy of the love that I'm asking for? Am I worthy of the attention that I'm asking for? Am I worthy of money, financial wealth. And I think these things are what block us. We bring in with one hand, I desperately want this, it's really important to me, I can see the benefits, exciting. And then the contrast is, but can I let it in? So we bring it in, and then unconsciously or consciously we're batting it away, we sabotage it, we choose things that aren't right for us, because that just keeps the pattern going. And then actually we don't have to confront the vulnerability and the excitement of receiving deeply. So what changed in my life? I don't think I suddenly went out one day and the world became abundant and kinder and said, yeah, Ismene, here you go, have all these things. I think the world has always been that way. It's really easy to focus on what we're without if we're not allowing ourselves to receive, because all we see is lack, lack, lack. There isn't enough of this, there isn't enough of this. But actually when we put ourselves in a mode of receiving, we go, wow, actually this is available, and that's the possibility, and that's the opportunity. So what changed? I changed. I got sick of being in relationships that weren't going anywhere. I got sick of having to do everything on my own. I got sick of feeling so stressed, and last year making myself ill because I found it so hard to ask for help and to look after myself and to really receive good health all of the time, to take care of my body. And I think this is the beauty sometimes when we get fed up enough, is that all our boundaries, and not our boundaries, our barriers come down. So I think that's kind of the beauty in therapy, that by the time they've come through my door and they sat opposite me, they're like, okay, I'm done. Help me. I don't know what, I've tried everything, I'm tired, I just don't want this to carry on. So I think it's in those moments that we just surrender and go, alright, I'm done, give me what you got, I need love, I can't be bothered to be broke all the time, I can't be bothered to wake up in the morning and hate myself. You know, we all get to this point, receiving good mental health, receiving love from ourselves. That's kind of nice too, isn't it? But we don't have to wait till that point. We don't have to wait till we're on the floor and we're desperate and we don't know what else to do. But actually we can bring receiving in as a practice every day. And it's really important, and I'm going to start to explain to you in the next part why it's important, because it helps us get into flow. If we think about breathing, we breathe in, then we breathe out. You know, our heart takes in and then sends out. So when we try to stop ourselves from receiving through whatever, the negative committee, worth, what we've been told, feeling that we're selfish, you know, there's a whole host of issues in there. I don't know what yours is personally, but a lot of people have these issues around receiving. We actually stop the flow. I mean, seriously, imagine we said you can only breathe out, no way you can breathe in, not worthy of that air. You know, if you breathe in that air, your next door neighbour not going to have any air, goodness, it's going to be your fault. I mean, I'm joking with you, I'm playing with you here, but that's how insane it is. When we actually say, it's okay to give to everyone else, but it's not okay to breathe. It's not okay to receive. It absolutely is okay to receive. And let's talk about why. So a way to reframe your thinking about receiving is to consider this. When we don't allow ourselves to receive in whatever way, whatever capacity, we're depriving ourselves. It's as simple as that. So when we don't allow ourselves to receive, for example, nourishing food, we're just depriving ourselves of energy and vitality and health. When we are depriving ourselves of support, it's twofold. Not only are we depriving ourselves, we're also depriving other people of the joy of collaboration, which is an exciting and creative process that actually we're much more efficient in, both for you and them. You know, people also like to be able to give. So if you're like, always, I can do this, I've got this, they can't get near you. And I'm sure if you ask the people in my life in the past, That's probably how people would have perceived me, that I'm not sure I really let people get too close, maybe one or two people, because I was too busy trying to do everything on my own. And now I'm getting much better at being able to allow people into my life and to support me. And that's really improved my relationships, it's improved my productivity, it's improved everything in my life and what I've been able to achieve massively. But I also think, and I hope, that it feels good for them. So just think about that. When you deprive yourself of support from other people, you deprive both of you from the joy of collaboration. So the other thing to consider, this is a good reframing of your thinking, is repression never works. In fact, not only does it not work, it makes things much, much worse. So repression leads to obsession. So, for example, think you're on a diet. I can't eat chocolate, I can't eat chocolate, I can't eat chocolate, I can't eat chocolate, I can't eat chocolate. Work? I don't think so. Or you really fancy a guy at work, for example. Don't think of it, don't think of it, don't think of it. Work? I don't think so. Try waking up in the morning and being massively in debt and not thinking about money. Work? No. So it's a bit like when we're really hungry, because what we're talking about here is psychological hungers, is that when we're hungry, all we can think about is the hunger. I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to eat. And in a way, this is wonderful, right? Because this obsession, if you let it get that late, don't let it get that far, is letting us know this is something that I need, this is something that I need. It's so essential for me that if I, not the chocolate by the way, but you know, the other things, you can focus your mind on nourishing yourself in different ways. Although chocolate is pretty cool, you've got to admit. So it's actually great that we have that response, because it's that part of us, or those parts of us, that is saying, hello, this is what I need. I need support, I need love, I need connection, I need nourishment, I need energy to be able to do what I want. I need financial security so that I don't have to worry about it all the time, so I can clear my mind and actually focus on what is it that I want, what is it that I feel passionate about, what is it that could be my service in the world, what could be my purpose. If we have all these unmet needs and don't allow ourselves to receive, it's very, very difficult to focus on anything else. You know, the good things in life, the exciting things in life. If this is something that you struggle with, just acknowledge that now. Actually allow yourself to receive that knowing. And start asking yourself these questions. What could I be more open to receiving right now? How could I start putting myself in the way of opportunities and possibilities that now, because I'm open to, I'm more ready to be able to receive? So this could be in work, it could be in your relationship, it could be being open for a relationship, it could be in your career, it could be a new hobby, it could be fun. We are allowed to have fun as well as all this serious stuff. So just ask yourself, what is it that would make me feel a little better at the moment? What could I be open to receiving and feel a little bit more full up? How could me align what I want with the mindset? Because there's nothing more frustrating than putting lots and lots of effort and trying really, really hard. And I see a lot of people do that in my client work, and this was also me, lots and lots of effort. It's not like I haven't made effort in my life, I've made huge effort in my life. It's just that I kept tripping myself up because I would bring things in, or maybe even not be able to get that far at points actually. You know, I just felt this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of I want this but I can't receive it, or I want this and I'm putting myself in the wrong situations, and that feels really, really hopeless. So the other thing I would say is start from where you are. That's really, really key. It takes the pressure off. So if you're a kind of person that is got a lot of barriers up and you don't like people seeing who you really are, and that feels really terrifying, and you've never really been able to receive things, start there. It just might mean that actually if you're in the office, if you work in an office or wherever you work, you might smile at someone while you're making coffee, or when you're going into your coffee shop and you're ordering your coffee, you might just be open for a little 30 seconds of smiling, eye contact. I'm turning up in the world, this is who I am. Small, small, small bits. If you're further down the scale and you're really good at allowing friends and family to support you, your partners, but actually your next step is turning up in the world and allowing yourself to be seen, or going for that promotion, or putting yourself in the way of big opportunity, then that's your step. How can you be open to receiving that? And remember, this isn't a comparison and a game. We're not in competition with other people. We only have responsibility for ourselves. And that is, am I where I need to be? Am I the best that I can be? Am I expressing myself the most fully that I can be? They're the only questions. So just start, take the pressure off. I have to be somewhere else, I want to be down here and I'm here. Just let go of all that. Just start from where you are today. How can I be more open to receiving? How can I be more in flow? And the way that I know that I'm in flow, it feels good. It's like I'm in my river, I've got my cocktail, I have this knowing, this is where you are, girl, this is where you're going. I know if I just stay in my river and kind of carry on paddling and doing what I need to do, that I'm going to get there. And it feels good. I feel trusting, I'm doing what I need to do to keep my mental health good, my positive mindset, and things in that point in my life always flow. And I don't freak out about timings. But periodically, and this always happens to me, even now, probably going to happen to me for the rest of my life, because I'm human too, is that I suddenly go into panic. Oh, this is too easy, and maybe I need to work harder, and it's not happening right, and it's not happening quick enough, and push. And then I kind of go into this panic of not trusting that actually I'm in this flow, open myself up to receive, give, open myself up to receive, give, and then I park my boat and I rush out of my paddling boat or whatever it is. I think it's kind of a rowing boat actually in my head, but and I leave my cocktail there. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever leave your cocktail there? And then I rush into the woods and I start panicking and I get lost for a while and I act out some things of how I used to be, and then I always come back to the same conclusion. Chill out, everything's fine, go back to your boat, get back on your river, start drinking your cocktail again, it's all fine. I can trust myself to receive, I'm putting myself in my river, I'm taking action, not from a panicked place, not from a rushed place, not from a, oh my god, there's not enough in the world place, but from an abundant place. I'm doing what I need to do, and I trust that I'll get there. And lo and behold, I'm never productive in these bits when I'm going off getting lost in my forest, even though I'm working probably 15 times harder, feeling much more stressed, much more overwhelmed, panicky, pressurizing. It's a really great place to be. Whereas on my boat, surprise, surprise, when I put myself in the way of receiving, everything happens with ease. And things literally scarily drop in my lap. So the things that I'm working so hard to achieve and control just happen without really me having to do much other than what I'm already doing. But when I'm on my boat and I'm trusting, and the difference is it's me. And you have that same control. I don't think that I'm any different than you. You know, I've been on this journey from going from I can't receive, I'm too terrified, I can't make any changes. You know, it's been a long time. I went to therapy, I first went to therapy when I was 17. I'm 32 now, so this has been a really long period for me, and that's what I say, just start where you are. It's not going to take you all that time. I had a lot of things that I needed to work through and going through a lot of grief with my mum and things, so don't panic, it's not going to take you that entire time, but just start where you are. Everywhere is always useful. Okay, so thank you for listening, guys. It's been great to connect with you in a completely different way and to challenge myself. I've actually really enjoyed it. So sending you lots of love and just leaving you with this message. Today, how can I be more open to receiving? And what is it that I need to receive more of? What is it that I'm blocking against? And just be curious. Are there those patterns in your life? Are you quitting just before you're successful? Are you asking for support but not allowing yourself? Are you using all your money when actually what you want to be is abundant? These are the things, only you can answer that. So, exciting. Sending you lots of love and look forward to catching up with you soon.